Hello! In this video lecture, we will begin to discuss how different productions of Shakespeare's works can lead to different interpretations of those works. Romeo and Juliet has been retold countless times, but what is it that makes it live on? What is most powerful in Romeo and Juliet? In comparing performances of Romeo and Juliet, we can look more deeply into the play. We have viewed the Queen Mab speech from both the 2013 version of Romeo and Juliet, which is portrayed in a traditional setting, yet drastically alters Shakespeare's original text. And we have also viewed the 1996 version, Romeo plus Juliet, which provides a much more modern setting, but retains Shakespeare's language, unaltered. These video clips are only two examples of the many ways that Mercutio has been portrayed. I chose these two because they provide so many points of difference. It is a good starting point for talking about how Romeo and Juliet can be interpreted by changing the setting, focusing on characterization, or by altering Shakespeare's language. The setting in the 2013 version of Romeo and Juliet is traditional, which works in some ways. It allows us to place problematic issues, like Capulet's control over Juliet, into a historical context. It is also probably closer to Shakespeare's intended setting. However, the updated setting in the 1996 Romeo plus Juliet provides a text that remains relatable to today, transforming the Montagues and the Capulets into rival gangs in a race war in Southern California, and the prince to the chief of police, calling for peace in the streets. This update is a powerful argument for Shakespeare's play working across time and culture. Can a traditional performance of Romeo and Juliet be as relatable as a modern one? How? And why? Mercutio is characterized in the 2013 version of Romeo and Juliet as playful and lighthearted, a good friend of Romeo. He is somewhat sidelined in this depiction due to the cutting down of his famous speech, perhaps to focus on more romantic aspects of the story. The 1996 version, however, takes Mercutio a step further, and he is characterized as, yes, playful, but also flamboyant, mercurial, and perhaps even carrying a torch for Romeo. The gang is attending the costume party, and Mercutio chooses to dress in drag with a sparkly gown, makeup, and a curly wig as he entreats Romeo to brighten up in his speech. How did these indirect characterizations, chosen by either the director, the costume designer, or the actor, affect your reading of Mercutio? The 2013 version of Romeo and Juliet uses some of Shakespeare's original language, but it is radically reduced and altered in places. The Queen Mab speech we viewed was cut to only about a quarter of its original length, and eliminating the rise of emotion which leads Romeo to beg for peace, Mercutio, peace. This altering of Shakespeare's language changes our interpretation of Mercutio, and of the play in general. Do you think it's okay to alter Shakespeare's language? What is more important, the story or the language? Which portrayal of Mercutio has more power? Why? I hope that you can see how Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet can be interpreted in different ways, and how those interpretations affect our viewing and reading of the work. Thank you.